Good morning, everyone. I'm just here getting breakfast around, and it's going to be a really long day, I would say. Yeah, it's always helpful to have food of real sustenance when you're going to have a busy day. I mean, it's good every day, but especially when you have a really busy day. So we're just getting all packed up here and ready to hit the road. Got everything all loaded and we're just going. So you can see we have our crane set up and we're able to lift it right up. The hardest part's moving the scaffolding while it's up here. So now that we have both gable ends done, we just stretched the string line on the outer side there. And we've wrapped it around to the outer purlin. I'm using just mag switch to hold it in place. I hate tying knots. And so there we go. And it measures really exact. We're within a ½ a centimeter. And with the cement work how it is, I'm pretty sure we're good. So we are now set. We have like diagonal little braces and pieces of tubing to hold it upright in the vertical positions. So that way as we set the next ones we'll be good. So we're gonna try to get some more put up. Voy ahora, dame un segundo. So you can see we're able to then just scoot the truss into position, and it's quite heavy, the scaffolding now. There's a lot of rebar. We'll have to go up a little higher, it looks like. So here's what the job site looks like today. We've got 2 trusses up on that end and the other gable end put up. So we are headed off today, and we got 3 trusses up yesterday, and we are going to try to get the rest of them up today. I think it's very doable. I think we've learned from what we did yesterday, and we'll be able to hopefully be able to knock those out today. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Yeah. Oh yeah. So we're on day 2 on the job site, and everything is going quite well so far. It's a bit messier than I'd like, which is a tripping hazard, so I highly recommend that you try to keep your job sites cleaner so you don't die, but they hadn't cleaned up before we got here and we haven't had the time. And so here you can see we have the several trusses up, and we're putting together more trusses on the horses, and we're going to set up another section on this side to put together more trusses. And then we'll be painting and putting them together at the same time, getting the crane, lifting them. And of course, one of the important details is to make sure that if you've picked a side that's supposed to be all the same, I welded X's on one side, so all of our X's will go on that side, and that way we know that the purlins will match up perfectly into their slots, and it'll be perfectly straight. So if you get it backwards on one of them, it could be, you know, an 1/8 inch, 1/4 inch off on some things, and it could just not look just right. So we're aiming for it to look just right. So one of the things you may have noticed is that I welded numbers on each pair of trusses, so that way I could put them back together as a pair and ensure that they're just as accurate as they can be going back together doing the welding here. And that always makes it a little better. I think it's helpful. And of course we add an X or a circle or some identification to one side of the truss so that we always put those on one side, and that way we ensure that the purlin mounting tabs are exactly straight.
No más, echarle un chin para acá arriba, para acá. Un chin para acá, sí. Ahí sí me pueden fijar. Se lo pasa al teniente por ahí, teniente lo coge aquí. Por la ventana ahí. Viene, lo coge.
So in the original quote for the building, I put in the price of having a crane come out to lift the trusses into place, but they found that too expensive, and a lot of that has to do with how remote the location is. It would cost a whole lot to have a crane truck come up this far, and so since they were pouring the slab anyway, they decided to have that poured so that we could use the scaffolding to move the trusses into place. But we did run into some complications, which you'll see further along in the video. So we've got a bit done this morning and a whole lot more to do. We want to put all the trusses up today. We'll see if we'll be able to. So if you've wondered what we're using to film the project, almost entirely we're using an iPhone 13 that I have and a DJI gimbal. Of course, there's some shots done with the drone and a little bit with GoPro. So here lifting trucks number 6, we ran into the problem. We were trying to move the truss's position, and instead of pushing the scaffolding, the truss got pushed. You can see here in slow motion. I was trying to push the scaffolding and wasn't observing exactly what everyone else was doing. And I assumed they already know that you need to move the scaffolding, not the truss. But the truss got pulled and pushed by two different people. One's out of the frame, and it reached a point of no return, and the scaffolding is going down. Thankfully, he was able to kind of climb up and land on his feet. And so that made his injuries a lot less than they could have been. It was a real miracle that nothing worse happened. He was cut pretty bad. And so we were a bit concerned about that besides the fall. And so there was an ambulance came within about 5 minutes. And it turns out everything was all right. But he was sore for several days, but came back a couple days later and was back on the job, as you'll see later in the video. But here are the improvements. We learned from our mistakes. I built a huge bottom float. We put counterweights on both sides. Now it has 6 wheels. and the ratchet straps go all the way up to the top of the scaffolding, holding all of that really well. The top piece on the top is welded in place now, and the all of that makes it a lot more stable. It's wider than it is long, so it's 8 by 7 feet now instead of 7 by whatever the width of the scaffolding is, normally near 4 feet. Good morning, everyone. We're out on the crane today, just about to lift up another truss into place. It's going pretty well. We had a lot of rain in the evening yesterday, so that slowed us down, but hopefully soon we'll be up with the last 3 trusses. So another safety practice we added is not moving the scaffolding while somebody's up on it. So we climb up, lift the truss, and then when we have to move it, climb down, move it. And so we get a lot more exercise in, but it's definitely a lot safer, and that it's not as likely to topple over with somebody on the scaffolding. And that's also a great safety practice to keep in mind. So now we're going to just fix the truss in place with self-tapping screws. And we're all fixed in place, ready to move on to the next steps. So now that all the trusses are into place, we need to take down the tower crane because we need to be able to roll the scaffolding around to be able to put in the X braces and the purlins next. So we're getting a hose to be able to do a siphoning effect and empty the barrel out. And we will catch you all in the next episode where we'll be putting the X braces together and putting those into place. So see you in the next episode. Bye.